Let's fly high in the sky. T-Crow, it's the crow fly. This is the podcast. We may be the outcast, but we'll outblast and we outlast anyone in lane of the podcast. This is my show. If you don't know now, you know. We gonna go to the peak. So high, we may see Jay Creek. But never mind that. Let's talk about the facts of politics and some of their sneaky tricks they hide behind the wall. And the American great game of football. It's still a nation around here. Black and yellow, black and yellow. If you don't know now, you know. Oh yeah. Religion, yeah, we talk about religion and other topics too. As the Crow Flies podcast. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. As the Crow Flies podcast. Let's go, let's go, let's go. As the Crow Flies podcast. Let's go, let's go, let's go. As the Crow Flies podcast. Let's go, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the most incredible podcaster of them all, Mr. T. Crow. But yeah, I forgot to mention he's very, very handsome.
Oh yeah, people. Welcome to an impromptu show of As the Crow Flies podcast. You can catch me on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeart, YouTube, Facebook, Apple Music, anywhere else you find your podcast. Please support the show. This is a preview of tonight's show, which I'll be doing another show tonight. But tonight I want to talk about this black on black hate in the media. You know, ever since Cat Williams came out, man, and I think it's the best thing to do for people, our people, is just get on TV and go at each other. And you see it escalated with LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith the other day. Now, I don't know, you know, Stephen A. has a job to do. He could have went overboard a little bit, but I think, you know, we as people, we don't want anyone talking about our children. But if your child is a professional athlete, people are going to talk about him. That's just the way it goes. People are going to talk. People are going to have their opinions. They're going to have their takes. And you're going to have to be thick-skinned enough to take it. And LeBron has to work on that. And yes, Stephen A. is a loudmouth and he's brash. And he goes over the top a lot. But that's what got him money. That's what got him paid. But I also recognize that a lot of other, stars, athletes, entertainers, whatnot, they're going at black people also. Each other, I should say. It's just self-hate. And I don't think they pay you millions to denigrate black people. That's what they're doing. 50 Cent, he's the biggest one that does this shit. Yeah, we get laughs and we get jokes, man, but this is not cool. You're doing the enemy's job. I'm not a racist, but I know racism still exists. Shut the door, bud. Ugly. Racism still exists. So a lot of people in power, they're still racist, and they're racist, and they're giving you the power by money to do their job. Cameron, him and Jim Jones, him and Ocho Cinco going back and forth. It's not cool to talk about each other like that on cameras. Feelings are going to get hurt, and then now you see what happened to LeBron. I think he was in the wrong. As a father, I get it. As a man, I get it. But everyone knows who Stephen A. is. He ain't hard to find, especially if you're LeBron. Like he says, all your people's got his number. You should have checked his ass. You'd have to check him in front of billions of people. It's a bad look. And a lot of people are like, oh, you got a lot of people who don't like LeBron, or some do like LeBron. And they're like, oh, good job. That wasn't a good job. He's a professional athlete. There are pundits out there who will talk bad about you. They're going to talk bad about your cousins, your sons. Listen, go back to when 2000, 2002 or 2003, whenever it was, when Kwame Brown was drafted by the Wizards. Man, they tore his ass up. He was 18. He was younger than Bronny. He was the number one pick. They tore his ass up. What's up, Jalen? They tore his ass up. That's Buggy. They tore his ass up, right? Nobody came to the defense of this young man. This happens. But for LeBron to be a professional athlete and to think that he's untouchable, that's the problem. You know, oh shit, my bad. You know, you are touchable. You're touchable in every sense of the word. I don't understand it. I just think, you know, something has gone on. You know, LeBron, he's the king. He's been entitled, this, that, and the third. But you got to realize, in the world of sports and entertainment, people are going to talk about you. They're going to talk about your kid. He's a professional athlete, man. You got to let it go. And does Stephen A. go overboard? Yes, he does. He does go overboard. Does he need checked from time to time? Yeah, he does need checked. But you're checking the way other people checked him in the locker room. You know, Stephen A's a chump. He ain't going to fight LeBron. That motherfucker was sitting there shaking in his boots. He was scared as hell. And you could see by the next day on camera, he didn't come out with that brashness. He was humble. That big 6'9", 260-pound bear walked up on him and he didn't know what to do. But who would? But I think LeBron was being a bully in that aspect because he knew Stephen A. wouldn't do anything. He knew Stephen A. wouldn't do anything. You know, there's other people that call LeBron out. He doesn't do. He gets mad at him. He has temper tantrums. They talked about little Bronny. I think he picked on Stephen A. because Stephen A.'s a dweeb. He's just a loudmouth, but he had it coming. One way or another, he had it coming, but I don't think that was the way to do it. And I don't think LeBron, you being the man that you are, with the stature that you have, it shouldn't have been you. And that's all I got to say on that one. Now you got Cameron going back and forth with Ocho Cinco. Cameron just goes at everybody. And, you know, I watch this show too. It's cool. It is what it is. Mace keeps a more level head. But they don't go at people. Willie D really doesn't go at people. You got Kendrick Perkins wanting to fight Charles Barkley. Called him out on stuff like, because Charles Barkley just said, you know, there's a bunch of idiots and you know how Barkley talks. He didn't mean any harm by it. And Perkins knew that. But people, for some reason, we got to stand on our toes and be the toughest people. And we don't have to do that. Listen, if I was up there, man, in their shoes, you talk about me. People talk about me now. I don't care. As long as you don't put your hands on me and come at me in a threatening manner, you can say what the hell you want. You remember in school, sticks and stones could break my bones. Your words never hurt me. Live by that. And you know, these men, like us, we're in our early 50s. Barkley and those guys in their 60s. Big Perk's early 40. You know, and then you got 50 Cent, who's the biggest troll of them all. And 50 Cent has made it. He's at the top of the food chain. And he sits there and trolls people. He sits there and trolls, and he goes after 50 Cent. Now he just went after Rick Ross again. You know, and 50 goes against everybody. It's funny, but at the same time, we got to watch what we're laughing at because they're laughing at us. And they're looking at us like, damn, look at these motherfuckers. You're getting a little bit of money, a little bit of power. Look how they act. I'm trying to tell you, people, man, it's not good for future generations. And we're going to go a little bit deeper on this tonight's show. I'll be airing with my co-hosts, Nikki Jean and Anthony Scott Dover. We'll be coming on about 9:30, and I'm gonna get their takes along with some other takes that I'm not going to go on right now. I'll be on here right now, 15, 20 minutes, a half hour tops. I just want to get that off, man. And you people out there, you know, Cam's going against Jim Jones also. That's his boy. They grew up together. Dipset. This stuff ain't cool, man. And like I say, I think Cat Williams opened it up. when he went viral and everyone saw the money that Shannon Sharpe was making and the money that they got and the publicity they got from being that way, I think Cat was being genuine. He was being genuine from his heart. He just was in there speaking his truth. And he went at people, but he didn't go at them the way these guys are doing it. And now you got our community sitting there cheerleading on each side of the street for one of these. Instead of chopping it down, instead of saying, it's not what we need, we're applauding this. And it looks like a jackass, dumbass move. That's my opinion, and I could be wrong. But we see two prominent black men in the sports business get nose to nose and right up in each other's face and cussing in front of millions of people. That's not a good look. You don't see white people doing it. You don't see Mexicans doing it. You don't see Asians doing it. You don't see nobody but black people doing this shit. And you know what? It's a bad look. It's a bad look. And that's what I'm going to talk about that right now. Something else I want to get your opinion on, man. You guys can comment, do what you like, whatever. What about Elon Musk supporting Ben Shapiro in trying to get Derek Chauvin pardoned by Trump? They want to get him pardoned. He's the guy that killed George Floyd, right? He's in prison right now. Ben Shapiro wants to get him pardoned. And Elon Musk, who's Trump's right-hand man, supported it. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you do that, you will lose the support of every black person, every Latino, even some white people. You're going to lose a lot of support if you do that. Because you're saying it's okay to kill us. You're going to take it back to lynching days and be like, that's okay? That is something that better not happen. All hell will break loose. And I will be calling for it. Oh, yeah. I will be calling for it because that's bullshit. And I don't even think he's going to do it. I don't think they're going to let him do it because they know what will happen if that man gets pardoned. I just think, listen, people, it's time for us to stop choosing sides. Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, black, white, male, female, trans, gay, whatever. And just become people again. Get rid of all the bullshit. Get rid of all the bullshit and love each other. We can't do that because we don't love ourselves. And if we don't love ourselves, how can you love someone else? That's my take on it for today. Like I say, we're going to call a spade. And comment, leave your 2 cents in there. I will call them out at the 9:30 show. So if you want to leave a message or something and whatever you want to talk about, I will mention you on the 9:30 show tonight and we will get that across. But remember, people, to be better, you got to do better. And to do better is to be better. And I'm out of here. Thank you for your support. It was a quick one. Lauren, you're late to the show. You got to rewind it. Come on back in. Everybody, have a good afternoon. And I'll see you guys at 9:30 tonight. Peace. We're out of here. Till 9:30.